taking on the Cavs of Houston.
For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Here we go. 12, 12, 12.
Quickly to the air is Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete.
There he goes, right side.
Jamar Chase, touchdown, Houston. Jamar Chase, 75 yards. And the Cavs are on the board first here in this division round matchup.
Well, this has been a quick strike offense all season long, finding many different ways to manufacture big plays.
They had a big playoff preview today in the papers, and it was about who would set the tone. Well, they just set the tone right there. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
But you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Tua sets up to pass it. A short one there to Freiermuth. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first. Into space at the 45. Fights through him. But he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A very solid gain of 27.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Then he'll take it all the way out near the 30-yard line.
You're looking there, the defensive back was maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves them with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd and 1, Burrow. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he
Slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now they go play action now. Burrow. That is caught. Kincaid with it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
11 empty, 11 empty. 11 mighty, 11 mighty. 11, 11, 11.
Now it's Burrow. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. McPherson's kick is good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Tua. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Now Tua. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to it quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Harris shifts by him, and that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offense coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
On play action, here's Tua. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he's able to break out a run tackle, but then quickly brought down. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on third down, they get to the football. It's blocked. And a blocked field goal, so not only an opportunity missed, an opportunity made there on special teams.
Without a doubt, and I need to check with my analytics guy because every coach we've ever talked to, they always say, if you block a kick in special teams, your team wins 90+% of the time. I've never truly seen that number quantified, but that's how coaches believe.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their third drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
It's taken to the 26. So possession goes over here on the punt. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. They'll get this to about the 38.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd and 7. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Now Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. And they'll send Pickens in motion right here. On first down, Tagovailoa keeps himself upright. He's got this to Pickens. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that was going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Complete to Olave on the out route. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. They run for it with Harris. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Najee Harris, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Nighthawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Here we go.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Back to Mixon on second down. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, now Burrow. This goes out wide from Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
11 empty.
Burrow looking to pass. This to the tight end, Kincaid. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 33 yards that time. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the return will stop right around the 25. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. They hand this off to Harris, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
This one taken in by Olave. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense. They kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Now it's Burrow. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally, and you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up, and then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you're looking to plays, all this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
I don't think anyone would argue that having that extra week definitely helps come playoff time. And those were some fresh legs right there. That extra practice time and planning, certainly in evidence.
They go play action with Burrow. Looking deep here for Chase. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Two is a throw completed to Hyatt. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Taiwan.
Tua now on first down. And he's got his target, Harris. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
We saw these guys have some big plays in their wild card win last week, and they're certainly going to need to continue to put up plays like we just saw there if they hope to continue to move on in these playoffs.
That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Tua setting up shop to throw again. Steps away to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Olave over the middle. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the chip. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
On second down, this is Harris. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the 3rd quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, well, you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Tua going to throw. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. That's swung out wide to Harris. So the kick from here, a field goal, would have been right at 53 yards. But instead, offense out there. They're going for it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa, 15 yards. And the Nighthawks have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game.
17.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
In motion left is Higgins. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Alex Highsmith coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. Now Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Again, it's Harris, but he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss. They called out a loss of 6 yards, and it's 3rd down now. On play action, here's Tua. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
You have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through, and they will open their lead up to a touchdown at 24-17. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40. A huge play there for Houston. 46 yards.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. 11. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort. On the give, this is Harris. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They'll run again with Harris. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. 3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. And he is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And it's caught. Touchdown. Pat Freiermuth from 21 yards away. And the Nighthawks are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead is up to 14.
Next to score, Nighthawks 31, Cats 17.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on the 17-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
12, 11, 11.
Back to Mixon on first down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
11, 11 Thomas. Stop.
On second down, Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 11 yards there, first down.
11 MP, take. 11. Hey, we got to go score. Let's go.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
This offense so far on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
11 MT tape. 11 MT tape. 11.
First down. Here's Burrow. And now here is another interception. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. So nothing doing there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Now defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Take over. First down and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB.
Dancing away at the 35.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's going to go up top again. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And they bring their punter out there now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
Here we go.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
11,
Brings up second and
11, mighty. 11, mighty. 11.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
It got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
11, Thomas.
They'll stay on the ground, mixing again. And he's got this down to the 35.
Hey, we got to keep scoring. We got to keep scoring. 11 MT.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Higgins goes in motion right.
11. 12.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Mixon with a first down carry. Breaks the tackle, now Allen. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
12. 11 MT. Take. 11.
Throwing now. Burrow on first down. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Dalton Kincaid
From 21 yards away.
And the Caps have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
And Burrow's going to look to throw for it.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by Joey Porter Jr.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. They'll take over. First down and 10.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the
and now off to the races down the right side.
68 yards for him on the ground now on that, his 20th carry of the ball game.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. On the ground, it's Harris.
And down to the 41.
Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Now here's another carry for Harris. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Evades the tackler, and now some space. He's still on his feet. And all the way in for a touchdown.
Najee Harris,
his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Nighthawks are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now.
38, Pats 23.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
12, 12, 12. 11, 11, 11, 11.
To throw, Burrow.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Harris. Not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6.
Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Pat Freiermuth.
A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Nighthawks continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Well, and now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points.
45, Pats 23. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Now this will be a return from deep in the end zone.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Here we go.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And there is a lot of shock in the stadium. The top seed, the favorites, really getting handled thus far in this divisional round and getting close to a disappointing one-and-done scenario in these playoffs.
And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.